Hello, people. How you doing? Good to see. Listen, the chat's been so busy that I can't even read your names today. I mean, it's crazy, man. You guys are having some wild conversations in there. Danny, how you doing today?
Good, Lee. What's up, bro?
Like you don't know. We talk on the phone all morning. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know what's up. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Well, listen, guys, we're going to have an interesting show today. We're going to wait for some more people to get in here. We're going to talk about two sincerely tough mob guys. I mean, you hear guys, we have a lot of rats walking around here, Danny, that talk about being tough guys, but these guys wouldn't even associate with these real gangsters, would they?
No, absolutely not. And they know that as well.
And being that right now we're getting a lot of these rats are telling us they're tall tales. So we're going to put up a couple real gangsters today, guys. So you rats can actually see them and see this is what you wanted to be in life, but you never were. You were coffee boys, or you were the son of a famous gangster. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to read some of these names in there. I'll do the best I can right now. And I'm not going to read everybody's name. There's way too many. Mob rats exposed. You got a wrench in here? How the hell did he get a wrench, Danny?
We can't tell. We can't divulge that secret information here.
But you know what? That's going to happen now. We're going to get a bad reputation.
Yep.
Wow. We're done. We're done. I'm going to have to go get my armband and everything now. Okay. David, how you doing, my man? Bill K, how you doing? Lori L. Oh, another bad one. NB's got a wrench in here. Oh my God. This is embarrassing, Danny, that we have these people for wrenches.
It must
Chicago
be Muscle.
Chicago Muscle's a wrench, Danny?
Yeah, he's a wrench.
Wow. We are going to get
this is epic.
We have racist in here. We have wannabe bikers. We got girls with large noses. You name it. We got them in here today. Angel Gotti has a wrench too.
Edna Flynn, Chicago Muscle, Boston NE, Lori Love, David S. Cameron, Scott Bell, C Money, Lori Love again, D Truth, Scott Bell, Dana Tersigny, who else? Mobland, Mob Rats Exposed, Steve Harrod, Severio Macri. Let's go. Keep going.
Scott Bell, C Money. Danny gave me an order. He was tired of me talking without introducing you guys. Sorry, Danny. Don't be mad at me.
That's all right.
Dana Tarsini. If I said
Tersigny.
Okay. Well, I mess up names. I even mess up Anglo names. Sorry about that. So, no, another one. Damn it. Severio Macri. Severio, how you doing? Steve Marinello, how you doing? Steve, the Yankees are embarrassing. Don't mention their scores in here, please. That's a bad luck, and they don't need any more. Okay. Ian Shepard. Behave, Ian Shepard. Okay. The Truth's in here. So I'm guessing John Wolf's in here somewhere. Wherever the Truth is, there's a John Wolf. Marky Mark, how you doing, my man? Okay, let's see. We got Paul Clinton. Chicky. How do you say his last name? Cicciatelli, or?
Yeah,
Chicky.
there you go. Cicciatelli. Yeah.
Who the hell is this guy, Chicky? Okay. Mayo 16, how you doing? And guys, no fighting in here, no blocking nobody unless they deserve it. If they come in here and they're just being total dicks, block them. But if they want to come in here and say that I'm fat or something, they are kind of telling the truth, so leave them alone. Scott H, how you doing? Joe the Wild Man, good to see you in here. Ian Heslip, thank you for coming in. Okay. Mayo saying, oh, I'm sorry, Mayo. Damn it, I missed Mayo again. Okay. Mayo is our next wrench, people, just so you do know. Okay, so right now we have 112 in here. We'll just see if it gets up a little bit. And let me tell you, we like to do Sunday afternoon shows because it's nice and laid back. And we are lucky, Danny, because when we're done with our show, we usually have another 2,000 people look at it. And that's one thing that we're very lucky about. Okay, we're going to talk about a couple guys, Danny.
Correct.
Okay, $20. Chicky, $20. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you.
Thank you, Chick. Thank you.
Okay. If anybody else wants to donate, please donate. I promise that I'll use the money for good. Okay, I'm not going to go on vacation with it. I'm not going to do anything silly.
And please, everybody hit the like button.
Yes, hit the like button. Okay, we're going to talk about two guys today. We're going to talk about Greg Scarpa Jr. Explain to us exactly who Greg Scarpa Jr. is and exactly what his rank was. We know who his father was, and
his father was Greg Scarpa, who ultimately was a rat for approximately 35 years. Greg Jr. was a captain in the Colombo crime family, and by all accounts and purposes, he was a very tough guy.
And didn't something happen with him in prison where he gave somebody a pretty good beatdown?
Yeah, in 1995, he had a altercation with Vic Amuso, I believe, in Indiana. Terror hunt, if I'm not mistaken. And Vic Amuso addressed Scarpa Jr. by calling his father a rat. Whether Greg knew it or not, Greg defended his father and almost beat Vic Amuso to death. That's a fact. The guards, I believe, and some inmates had to pull Greg off Amuso. Amuso put a contract out on Greg, but to no avail. Nothing was ever done to Greg.
Okay, and explain exactly who Amuso was.
He was the boss of the Lucchese crime family.
So he was his rank at that time was higher than Junior's was in the Colombo family.
Of course, yeah.
Okay, and we're also going to talk about Joe Waverly. Now, Joe Waverly, I'm going to tell you something. 2 times he was shot. One time, a group of guys mugged him. He took the gun away from the guy that mugged him, killed him.
Well, let me correct you. He wasn't mugged. He had a florist in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn in the 70s, and 3 guys came in, and they tried to rob the place.
Right.
He took the gun out of one guy's hand, shot him, killed him, and then he shot at the 2 guys that ran away. And then he took the dead body, drove it to the police station, and the police ultimately took him to the hospital with a gunshot wound to the chest.
So he had a gunshot wound to the chest. The guy he kills, he puts in his car, drives him to the police station, and then they take him to the hospital. Now, that's a bad dude. And we're going to get into Joe Waverly. He's just a very interesting guy. Okay. And and Scarpa also, Jr., he fought cancer in, is that correct? When he was inside prison, he got cancer?
Well, I'm not going to talk to what he has or hasn't. I've heard that, but I have no way of determining if he does or doesn't.
Okay, because that's on record as part of the reasons that he was given, he got out. Okay. And so now Joe Waverly went on trial because what happened was, let's talk about this guy right here. His name is Ralph Dulles. He was a policeman. And not only was he a policeman, he was dating Waverly's ex-wife. And Waverly got mad because this guy basically got his wife pregnant. He married the wife, and he was killed. Explain to us something about what happened that night with the cop.
Well, let me just back up a little bit and explain something about Dulles. It's been reported that Dulles was also a Colombo associate. He was also a crooked cop. That hasn't been reported a lot, but it seems to be the consensus that he was. He paid with his life. Obviously, he was killed, and Waverly was acquitted of the murder per se.
Now 3 hitmen went to that scene to kill him. They followed him a couple of days, and then they finally hit him. Now, one of those guys that killed him is the one that flipped. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I forget his name. It doesn't. I forgot what his name was, but yeah.
Well, he flipped, and basically he claimed that he never knew he was killing a cop that night.
Right.
But a lot of people say he knew, and when he got busted, he's not telling the truth. I find it hard to believe that they were following this guy through Queens and not knowing that he was coming. He had his police uniform on, or he was driving. I don't see how he wouldn't know this guy was a cop.
Well, you know as well as I do, the variations of the story had changed immensely, but the fact of the matter is he did say he didn't know he was a cop. So you take that for what it's worth. He was in uniform. So what was he?
Guys, if you see this woman, do not marry her. Do not date her. Okay? Her name is Kim, and that is Joe Waverly's wife. And here, let me tell you something about this woman. Her husband or boyfriend before she met Joe Waverly, then she met Joe Waverly, and that boyfriend was killed. So, Danny, Joe Waverly didn't like anybody dating his woman.
Apparently not. Yeah, obviously not. But you know, to his credit, Joe Waverly was a Arena loyalist, and then obviously he skipped sides and he went back to Persico. And prior to that, he got into a shootout with Greg. I believe he was wounded in that shootout, and he was also responsible for orchestrating or killing a federal judge. They killed the wrong one. They killed the son instead of George, the father.
Right.
That was another, and all three people that were involved in the murder, I think, were ultimately killed.
So Waverly was actually going out there, going at the judges, going at the cops.
Well, he was, you know, it's been reported that Persico wanted the judge dead because Persico felt disrespected by George. And so the report is, I have no knowledge of this. This is obviously circumstantial, but he said that Persico wanted George out of the picture.
Well, and
I think the Carini brothers were involved, Vinny and Eddie, and I believe there was a third party. I forget, but anyway.
Now the two brothers that were involved in that, they decided to kill those two brothers, didn't they?
Yeah, they were killed. Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, they found them each in the back seat of their cars.
Yeah, correct.
I'll tell you, this Waverly guy, he left nothing unturned. I mean, when he went for somebody, he covered his ass. But what I found amazing about him, Danny, that despite the fact that they know that he did this stuff, they could never convict him. A jury would not find him guilty.
No, he was acquitted.
And a matter of fact, when he was acquitted for the cop getting killed, he was acquitted in 4 hours.
Correct.
I mean, the jury.
And I also did, right.
I'm sorry.
And they acquitted him. And just a little side note: even when associates of soldiers were talking about Waverly, they weren't allowed to mention his name. So, and you know, if somebody did, there was retribution because he didn't want his name mentioned out of anybody's mouth.
Now, Waverly also, he's still alive, if I'm correct. He's he's an older guy now. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe he's in his 80s.
I don't know what his health's like or nothing, but the fact is he got out of prison. He did some time in prison and he got out of prison. And the fact is he did not sing like a lot of these guys talk about. He did not sing. He had every opportunity to start talking away. He went and did his trials. He beat his trial. So this is the furthest thing in the world from a rat, ain't it? Waverly.
Oh, absolutely. He also did a lot of time in Florence, Supermax, in Colorado.
And when we talk about gangsters, you know, we have a group of people here that go, gangsters kill people, but they don't understand. This is the mafia genre. So put that card away about who they kill. We know they kill people, but this is the mafia genre, people. If you're afraid that these people kill people and they're bad people, go to, I don't know, a different type of genre. Maybe, I don't know. This is the mafia genre until you guys got a hold of it and destroyed it. I'm sorry, I couldn't control myself on that one, but it's the truth. Okay. And we're going to talk, listen, we're going to talk about these two guys first, and then we're going to get into some other subjects. Right now, we got 194 in here. Thank you very much. Okay. So, Danny, let's get back to Scarpa now. Oh, wait, before we do that, just so one thing people know. Now, when Waverly, during the wars between the Colombo Wars, he was on the side of one guy, right? Arena, was it?
Yeah, he was a loyalist, and then he obviously went to Persico's side.
And when he switched sides, didn't the war kind of take a turn?
Yes.
He was a big guy. People wanted him on their side. I mean,
Absolutely. And to that point, he was so well liked and so instrumental that when he got out of prison a few years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, there was even talk of him becoming a boss. Whether how true that is, I have no idea, but that was the rumor. I don't know if he's of sound mind and body to even do that, but that's how much power he had at one time.
And you gave me this picture, and it is Wise Guy Social Club. People, if you go to the Wise Guys Social Club, and that's on Facebook, and Danny will let you in if he likes you, if he trusts you. But the criteria is tough to get into Danny's house, right, Danny?
Yeah.
Danny rejects people all the time. Okay. So we're talking. Okay, now Scarpa Jr. They're in the same family. Did Scarpa Jr. and Waverly ever have any ties together?
I'm sure they did. Yes.
And at that time, Waverly and Scarpa Jr., what was the difference in rank and who was actually higher up at that time?
Well, I think they were both captains at one point.
And how did they get along?
I don't know. I'm not privy to what their relationship was, although there was interaction between both of them.
Okay, and this is Scarpa right here, and this is him in his prime before he went to prison. Now, a lot of people say that, okay, explain Scarpa Jr.'s father. He was Scarpa Jr.'s father for 30, how long did he work for the government, did they say?
I believe it was 35 years. It could have been more, but I know it started in the 60s, probably in the latter part of the 60s. There are, on Mary Farrell website, there are, some 302s and some confidential informant information about Greg. So, yeah, Greg was an informant for a long time.
And so would you kind of say he was like Whitey Bulger, that he used it to his advantage?
Well, I don't want to put them in the same category. However, Greg did, utilize whatever he had as far as the FBI goes, and vice versa.
Now, did the son get accused of that because of who his father was?
I don't believe so. I think that ultimately Greg did find out his father was an informant. I'm not going to talk to Greg's mindset or what Greg believes or doesn't believe about his dad. That would have to be done by Greg Jr.
But Greg did beat someone down in prison really bad that called his father a rat.
100%. That's his father, irregardless of what he is.
Hey, your father's your father. End of story.
Now, whether he knew Greg at that point, whether he knew his father was a rat or not, I don't think is really relevant. The fact of the matter that Amuso took it upon himself to belittle Greg by saying that, Junior, I think he got what he deserved.
I guess he wasn't expecting such a quick response, was he?
And let me just tell you one thing, and I don't know if anybody's privy to this. Vic Amuso was no slouch. Vic Amuso was very good with his hands, and he was tough. So it wasn't a one-sided fight. Greg hit him, they fought, and Greg beat the shit out of him. So
now I'm going to get back to Waverly's wife. Now, one thing I'm going to say about this woman, Waverly loved her. He didn't want nobody near her, even when they got divorced. But the fact of the matter is, every time something happened to the guy she was with, she would get a lawyer. She would lawyer up, and she would never testify against her husband, her ex-husband, knowing that he was involved. And the police nicknamed her something, Danny. What did they nickname her, the police department?
I believe it was the Black Widow.
The Black Widow. And they called her the Black Widow because basically she was cold. It seemed like after Waverly killed these guys, like her husband, Doles, and the first guy, she sided with the husband. I mean, there was an attraction there that was kind of twisted. But the fact was, there was an attraction there. And a lot of people said she would grab a lawyer because she was scared of him. But from what I read, she really kind of got turned on by the fact that Waverly got jealous so easy. I mean, and that's just that's the Doles guy that she was married to when she was younger. Okay. And let's see. So if you had to say, Danny, when you say, we're going to get a little bit into, and we're going to change the subject now. We're going to get into, I got to apologize to some people here. I've been warned a long time ago not to deal with rats. And when I first came into this, my attitude was that you could trust them. Everybody deserved to come on your channel and be heard. But exactly, I learned a valuable lesson, and it came with Cthulhu, because Danny really did not want to interview Cthulhu. He did it for me. And Dan told me that you can't trust these guys. Sooner or later, they're going to do something very negative toward you. So, Danny, are you surprised the path that Bill Cthulhu's on now?
Well, listen, I'm not gonna talk about what his mindset is. The only thing I will talk about is if he was any kind of a person and he had some kind of an issue with me, he knows how to contact me. But he wants to go on a platform and ridicule or belittle somebody. That goes to his character. Hence the tag being a rat. And I don't think a rat ever changes his colors. And I have to apologize as well for dignity. I took, subs over what I thought was the right thing to do and not interview him. So I was in a bad place. I agreed to do it, and I didn't want to do it. But you know what? I apologize to everybody that called me names and said I was a rat and this and that. I get it. And it came back to bite me in the ass. But, listen, Cthulhu will be what he'll be. Cthulhu, and I'm going to say this again, and if he wants to jump on and he's listening, he's more than welcome to come on. He was nobody in the street. He was his father's, do boy. And he knows he was, and he can't fight that argument. You know what I'm saying? So if he would like to come on and address me man to man, he's more than willing to come on.
Teresa Murphy, 1999, great show, great information. Keep up the good content. Thank you, Teresa. And we're not talking about Cthulhu right now like gossip. Cthulhu's father was Wild Bill, so we consider this mob talk. But the reality is that we brought him on here. We did a great show together. We thought the man was sincere in his heart, and then the next thing that we know. The very people that he had something against or didn't want to do interviews with, he is now in bed with. And then on top of that, yesterday, he insulted Mikey Scars. Now, can we explain the difference between Mikey Scars in the street and Bill Cthulhu Jr. in the street? Danny?
Well, I don't want to go too in depth. They're both rats. If you want to distinguish one against the other, one was not made, one was made. One was an influential player in Cosa Nostra. The other one was a minute piece of trash that floated around, from social club to social club. And his existence was pretty much that of his father's, riding coattails. So you have an argument as far as why Bill Cthulhu became a rat. But the fact of the matter is, Bill is nothing but that. And he knows that. So that can't be an arguable fact. But the fact of the matter is he likes to talk about people and try to belittle them. And he really shouldn't do that, because if you go and look at all his 302s and everything and him crying and, all this kind of bullshit, and, he might even have a little sugar in his tank. He wanted to be a male model. So maybe he's caught in a body that, maybe he's a fag. Maybe he's trapped in a fag's body.
I knew Danny was going to say something. But listen, people, we considered this guy an okay guy. He was on our Facebook. He has our phone numbers. And instead of calling us and being decent with us, the next thing we know, we see him on the shows that accept rats.
Yeah, but you see, here's the funny thing. And, I'm going to get into this because, here's the funny thing. If you got a problem with somebody, anybody, whether it's Lee, whether it's fucking Chicky, whether it's the guy down the block, right? And you have an avenue to contact that person and say, hey, listen, this is what my disagreement is, or this is what my argument is. If you're not man enough to call that person and hash it out and agree to disagree, but to go on a platform and badmouth somebody, You're a fucking coward and a fag and a pussy. That's what you are. And listen, Bill Catullo, you know who I am. You say, he's a nobody. That's okay. I'm a nobody. But I can guarantee you this, and I'm not trying to be a big shot. In your best day, you wouldn't come to my face and say that. Although you threatened me one day and say you're in Brooklyn, come meet you. You haven't been in Brooklyn since you made that retarded fucking MTV thing. So all that rah-rah shit, Bill, let's be realistic. You ain't going to bust a grape.
And Bill, we didn't want to do this show. You know, we considered you a decent guy when you were on here. We figured that you were just a guy that wanted to change your life and you regretted what you did. But you're running around now the way you're running around. So every time you hit us, we're going to hit you right back, Bill. Okay? There's one thing that Danny and I am not, that you are. We're not rats. There's no evidence of us being rats. Nowhere. Ever. I've been arrested many times. Danny's done big time in prison. No ratting here. Okay, you have to live with that. But for you to turn on people that treated you decent and respectful was low life, Bill Catullo. It was low life what you did. I wonder if your father would have done what you done. And I take a different look at the Mikey Scars thing. Mikey Scars says he cannot sleep at night. He hates what he did and he regrets it. And that seemed to piss you off, Bill Catullo, when he said that. Why did that piss you off? I like to know, because Mikey Scars said that? Because Mikey Scars maybe really regrets what he did? And he's looked at differently in the street than anybody ever could be? Okay, I'm going to drop the link. Somebody wants to jump in. There's the link. Jump on in. Donald, thank you for the super sticker. Okay, so that link is there. Whoever wants to jump in. Well, listen, there's a couple of people that I already arranged for them to jump in. And nobody out there with other shows is going to tell us who we can have on our show. Let's get that right. We have 273 people in here. So somebody likes our show, people. And these are real views. And we're going to talk about that part too. Somebody's in big trouble. Someone that's been doing stuff behind the scenes, trying to set other shows up. They got problems coming their way. And not from me, not from anybody, but from the people you work for the people you put your platform down on. Okay. We have Crying Bill Loves Men here. Crying Bill Loves Men.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
What's going on, Lee? Danny, how you doing? I just want to say, turn to the left, tears, turn to the right, do your thing on the runway. He was a model. He was a male model. Oh, yeah, Crying Bill Catullo is a total Ricky Yoon, without a doubt. Every sentence, he'll say like 3 or 4 sentences, like, yeah, I went to the store and then I lost my candy. And I was talking to my That guy is pathetic. He's a real creep. And he's got a lot of balls to talk about, like Danny over here. Danny's not a stool pigeon. Danny never put people in jail. These people have a lot of balls.
You want to hear something? He kind of insulted Danny the other day on another show by saying that what he said on the show was that he kind of insinuated, I don't know this guy in the street, but yet when he was talking to Danny, they know the same people.
Hey, listen. Again, it's to their narrative or to his narrative. You know, again, Bill Catullo is a nobody. You know, he only did what his father told him to do. He robbed his father. He did all kinds of things. Listen, I'm not going to get into the whole story, but Bill Catullo is a failure across the board. He has no job. He lives off his wife. When does he work? What kind of work does he do? What does he do? Sell his ass? I mean, what does he do? You know.
Hey, guys, I'm going to bring David in here for a little bit and just let him – he wants to get in here. Dave, how you doing?
Hey, not bad. How you doing?
Good. It's good to see you. Dave, have you been in here before?
No, I listen to you all the time, but I'm not good with this stuff, so it takes me a while to figure everything out.
You got it all down.
But Danny might have a point there, because that Bill there about being half a fag. Well, I know. Hey, but have you seen that show? His son is like a girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
transform.
so I mean, he may have a point there.
Well, the apple never falls far from the tree.
Exactly. I mean, the dude wants to be a guy. I forget the whole deal behind it, but he's like a woman. It's the weirdest thing ever. But
I think Crying Bill was going to pay for him to get like breast and stuff. I'm not sure what happens, but the problem with Crying Bill is, like Danny said, I know a lot of these guys too. They were just their fathers gophers, right? Their daddies gophers, and then they tell on people and they come on the internet and try to be the big gangster they never could be. He's just a crybaby. He should have played Crybaby Walker in that Johnny Depp movie.
He would never step to Danny's. You out of your mind? Step to Danny's face to say something. He'd squash him like a grape. It wouldn't even be a fight.
Yeah,
let's talk about the psychological problems poor Billy Boy has when he couldn't take it no more.
Yeah.
And he started crying. They had to throw him out of the witness protection program because he said he couldn't rationalize anymore. He was so sick his father was dying that he started kicking on the walls and crying. He needed a pacifier to soothe his soul. And, you know, that's Billy Boy Catullo, the phony, the fraud, the fag.
Yeah. He showed his true colors with you. Absolutely.
Well, Billy's got his binky. And he was taking little crying fits in the WITSEC program. Wow. Yeah, you just look at him, and you can see he is not a man. He is a total. He's soft.
Absolutely.
That's why he smokes a cigar, because that's familiar for him. He likes big things in his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, he's full of estrogen. He is full of estrogen and soy. I believe the soy lattes. Too much on the soy lattes. But it shows
guys, I got to play something real quick.
Hey, guys, Lee, Danny, thank you for having me on. I just got to run.
Your pleasure, Don. Thanks for coming on.
Care.
All right, later, man.
Assistant U.S. Attorney Amy Walsh wrote in court papers. Last summer, Catullo flew into a rage when prosecutors threatened to tear up his cooperation agreement after he claimed he did not actually commit an act of extortion that he'd pleaded guilty to the previous year. Walsh recalled the tension-filled meeting with Catullo where, during a break, prosecutors heard him screaming obscenities about the government, and sincerely believed that. The prosecutor told Brooklyn federal judge Rena Reggie that Catullo also concealed his own most serious crime, shooting a man in the back in the early 1990s. The stress of living in the witness protection program drove Catullo to alcohol, and once caused him to kick in the walls of a safe house, Walsh said. Walsh revealed Catullo's problems in a letter asking Reggie to lower the sentencing guidelines for Joseph Patillo, one of Persico's cohorts, who had pleaded guilty to racketeering. She
Oh my God! Wow, they all do the cigar thing. Notice this: all these stoolies that come on, they try to look the pot, the cigar. Right. He looked like Elton John's lover in that picture right there. Wow, he looked like his lover. But they got the cigar in the mouth, the whole nine. Yeah, that guy's just on YouTube trying to grift like the rest of these stoolies, telling mob stories. The guy literally was crying, kicking walls in a safe house. What a mental midget! Wow. I'm going to have a lot of fun with you, Crying Bill. Oh, yeah, Whiny Bill. We're going to have some fun with you this week. What a sick person. Yeah,
Turn your mic on.
Here's what sucks. We really wanted to give this guy a shot. And, you know, we believed him. We thought. But then, you know, his sister warned us. Right, Danny? She said he's no good.
Wow, his own sister?
His own sister, and I'm not going to say what her name is. Her own sister sent me a long Instagram message saying that somebody brought it to the attention that I interviewed her brother, and she went into a big story about her brother, and this is his own sister that's calling him out and calling him different. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Speaks volumes. Doesn't it, Danny, though? It speaks volumes. You ain't going to get none of my family members to badmouth me, put it that way. Right. It speaks volumes. And God bless his sister. Sounds like a real good woman. Yeah, that speaks volumes. Crying Bill seems like an emotional recluse. Looks like Elton John's boyfriend. Can't go 3 sentences without tearing up. Emotional recluse. And you see how he tries to, when they get mad at people, they try to, they go on these other podcasts and takes digs at people. It's just so elementary, like a little schoolgirl, Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Billy Spears.
I'm going to read this donation. I don't know what this means. Maybe you guys, here's a few bucks towards some mob rat traps from a loyal subscribers of yours. $9.99, Mr. Bill.
You didn't read
Thanks,
my
Bill.
thing, Lee. I gave you a super chat. You didn't read it.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
You made me cry over here. God damn, Lee. Oh my god. I'm gonna get it.
I can't even find it. I'm sorry, dude.
Don't worry about it. I said I was going to invade Poland. It's a joke, though.
Okay. Well, listen, and we have another person making fun of our numbers here. And right now we have 295 people in here.
Well, here's the thing. Listen, your numbers are killing it lately. Look at your channel. You got 6,000 subs. You're flying by everybody. You're jealousy. People are jealous. Instead of saying God bless to somebody, you know, hey, great job, God bless. People are very jealous and envious. And what they got to do is make up lies. They don't want to see people do good. They're like little schoolgirls.
Well,
Exactly.
here's what they said, and Danny knows about this. Basically, I got threats in my money apps that they were going to put subs and views on. Then I got threats. In the email, and these are people that are in certain people's chat rooms. And then, amazingly, I got some magical emails. We're not going to talk about those right now. But the fact of the matter is that everything that's being done has been handed over to security at YouTube. You actually have a show out there right now that's trying to bring this show down. I mean, what do you think about
Jealousy.
that?
That's what it comes down to.
They're literally trying to bring this show down by doing corrupt things to this show to make us look corrupt. Deanie and I have never spent a penny on any type of subs or any type of views. If you guys are going to come up with some receipts, if they don't have Danny and my names on it, shove them up your ass.
All you're going to
Don't
do,
talk
Lee, is
about it.
check Social Blade. You know that, Lee. Social Blade doesn't lie. You check Social Blade. They tried to do it to me a month or two ago. They were buying a bunch of subs for me, but YouTube takes them away, you know?
They do.
So,
They
yeah.
do.
So, like, I would see it jump like 100. I'm like, this is phony. Somebody's buying me subs, and they'd go away the next day. You know, that's what they do because they're jealous, they're petty, and they're just crybabies, and they don't want to see people do better than them. It's an ego problem with these guys. They're very weak, and look what they do. Anytime these guys get mad at people, they try to call the cops on them. Their only way of fighting back is doxing people, putting people's family members up, all stupid, petty, strazul stuff. That's all they do. They're weak. Beta males.
And guys, that's my Cash App. If you want to send anything to the Cash App, if you don't, I understand. But I put that up because if I don't, Danny smacks me around and makes me scream
I don't.
like Blank Man being beaten.
Nah.
You know? So, okay.
Now,
And-
someone
and,
said that Crying Bill has a YouTube channel now.
Well,
someone's
that's-
gonna drop that link to me on my channel. I gotta check
Well,
that
here's
out.
the thing. We figured out why Crying Bill didn't want to stay with us because he knew that we weren't going to push his show, but he wanted to decide that he knows he's going to push his show. And
The crying game.
You know, yeah, that's probably going to be the name of his show. The fact of the matter is, if he wanted to do a show, he should have just went and done a show. He didn't have to stab us in the back the way he did.
And
We
it's
never
it's
done that
in
well.
them. They're born that way.
You know, exactly. And you know, I think the name of his show is The Fetish, What I Put in My Mouth. Channel.
Hey, MRE, we actually found somebody that can match you quote for quote, I think.
Yeah.
MRE,
you
don't
know,
get,
MRE's got
Yeah.
me beat.
now we
Listen,
got
it's
MRE.
all it's the
Not too much,
props.
the MRE Danny Trio show. Oh my God.
Listen, all of these informants come on here with the same stuff: the fedoras, the cigars, the suits. It's all a prop because they wanted to be like their fathers, their uncles, stuff like that. Whatever they wanted to be like, it didn't cut out, didn't work for them. They ran to the cops crying, and now they're back trying to make money. Like you said, Whiny Bill has no way to make money. This is a bust out who lives off of women.
That's
so
right.
he's hitting YouTube right now, looking for the grift. And I'm on you,
Right.
Crying Game. I'm on you now. They're pathetic.
I'm glad Lee
It
doesn't
is.
laugh every time he gets a super chat like, well, FBI really, really overexcited about $1. It's really bizarre. Donald, I'll be honest with you. Anything I get, if I open this channel and get $20, it's a bonus. I enjoy doing this. The money is a bonus.
And did you notice in that I don't mean to cut you off, but when that cigar, it looked like a giant turd. It looked so awkward on him. He just looked so out of place. Like, dude, put the wig on, and just put the wig on and go to the nightclubs at night. Join Elton
And you
John.
see how his jowls wrap around that fucking big thing in his mouth. He's a pro. He's a complete professional.
He is a walker. He's a street walker, a walker of the night.
Yep.
Like, I've only seen, like, I don't know much about this creep. I've seen like a couple of like documentaries where he cried and stuff, and he was all worked up. And then people did tell me about like I don't really want to make fun of people's kids and but the kid had a problem or whatever. These people are sick, and he's just another one of these grifters out here crying, telling stories, and he's going to act and portray the tough guy role. He can't be just the feminine little broad that he really is and be himself. Take the cigar out of your mouth and all the tough talking out of your mouth. Tell the crying game stories. Tell you were kicking the walls and you tear up. He's just a weak, feminine person. Very feminine.
Bobby Stiles says his father, Wild Bill, will be disowned. Do you know much about his father, MRE?
No, I heard he was a good guy, though, and a stand-up guy. That's all I know about him.
And he pretty much got tricked and executed, and these rats came out of place, and they finally gave up where his body was, and they found him. But here's the thing. He did not want us attacking. He did not want us saying anything bad about the man that ordered the death of his father. And, supposedly, Ali Boy supposedly ordered the death of his father. And he's in prison for it. But when he came on, we tried to talk about Ali Boy, and he did not want us to say anything about Ali Boy. And this is a guy that killed his father. Shouldn't that say a lot about this man?
Well,
Well,
probably
yeah,
won't.
Go ahead, MRE. I'm sorry.
I was going to say.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
He's working with the lawyers of Ali Boy Persico. I guess he's going to recant what he said. I don't know for sure, but there's something going on to try to separate Ali Boy from the actual crime that he was convicted of, and that was a murder regarding Wild Bill.
And I believe that comes from his fanboyism, his mafia fanboyism, to want to get close to these people. He's still that fanboy. He's still that little boy wearing his sister's clothing under his clothing, still trying to be that mafia guy. And now he's on here for the big mafia grift, just like the rest of these guys. Cigars in the mouth, the fedora hats, the whole nine.
I think there's even a picture of him with a pink thong and a big fat cigar hanging out of his fucking mouth, doing the Macarena.
And Bill, you are on here with us. You got us close to 25, 30,000 views. We appreciate that. But you see that when you go on over there talking smack about us, you don't get many people viewing you. No.
I heard he was sucking Calandra's cock too. They were caught in a fucking telephone booth, an old abandoned booth. Calandra was on his knees sucking his cock.
Listen, he wants to join Jimmy's little squad of simps and gimps. Jimmy was caught in one of the biggest lies. 7 lies on his channel with the Tommy Karate lies. Caught terribly. So Crying Bill's joining his team, both erratic mental midgets who cry, paint chips, bite pillows, the whole nine. I am so happy that Crying Bill has a channel now. This is wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay, we have 304 in the house. Real views. I'm going to keep saying that every time. Take that in the heart. You know who you are. Chicky says, Chicky, this is a good one. Like Silence of the Lamb, Bill looks in the mirror and says, I'd fuck me.
Billy boy!
Billy is very feminine in nature. He is very feminine.
Absolutely. Love sucking the cigar.
And what stories is he going to tell? Is he going to come out like he wasn't a gangster? He was just his father's errand boy,
Exactly.
Just his father's gopher. Just like I was my uncle's gopher. I would go get him his pills. I was never a gangster or a tough guy, nothing like that. These guys come out and try to portray themselves as something they're not. It's like you are not that guy. Take the cigar out of your mouth. Right. Give it up. Go join RuPaul on the runway.
And I like a neutral drop. Just so you do know, I learned a lot from your son's video on Waverly, and that's what turned me on to doing Waverly today. Just so you do know. And also, Neutral Drop, if anybody know, you can find his channel. You use his name on Instagram. He puts up some great stuff, and he has a whole lot of subs. I think you have a couple 100,000 now on YouTube. So, Neutral Drop, we appreciate you coming in here. And his show's excellent, man. You ever watch any of his stuff, MRE?
No, I didn't know about it. No, I will check it out, though.
And his son has a great show also, a mob show. And,
I will check it out. So someone said Calandra exposed. He's probably, yes, after Calandra got exposed for that, you've seen the mental breakdown that he went through with them videos, taking them down, putting them up, taking them down. He just won't admit, and that's what he won't admit he lied.
And also, I just want to give a shout out to my friend Mike DeBella. Anyway, I'm going to say this. Mike, you're a good guy. And let's talk about what Calandra did in Las Vegas, the little simp, the little fairy. Calandra's nothing but a cocksucker.
Yeah, and he's acting like the Bella ran from him in Vegas. That's the story that's happening.
See, I don't know nothing about this Vegas story.
He likes to talk about people, but then when he's more or less cornered, he wants to do what a rat does. Leave and call people. That's what he is. Calandra, you're another fucking little fag and a Cthulhu suck boy. Why don't you put his cigar in your mouth, you fag?
Oh, he probably will. That's coming without a doubt.
And you know the thing, people, and this is the most amazing thing when you think about it. Tomorrow, his little do-boys are going to have mine and Danny's name, calling Danny a poop bag, me a scammer.
Yeah.
But
but look at these guys, Leo. Look at them. They all have one. What are all the common denominator? Women beaters, deadbeat dads, child abusers, women abusers, sexual crimes on there. And then even Calandra. Look what a convict came out and told that story about Calandra, luring Tommy Reynolds' girlfriend to a motel room. And then he comes out of the bathroom naked. So you lure a woman there under false pretense, and you come out of a bathroom naked. And then you threaten the girl not to tell nobody. These all guys have all the common denominator.
And let me tell you the difference between men. I got a stack of stuff like this on these guys. And here's the difference. I don't put it down because I'm more of a man than any of you guys. You guys can say whatever you want, call me the fat, stupid old man. But all the info I have on some of you guys, I still don't use it. Because I actually
funny thing, I'm sorry, but the funny thing is,
you know how much shit we got.
Yeah, but the funny thing is they platform and they call your names, and this.
Oh no, you froze in the middle of that, Danny. You're just getting into it. Are you okay?
Just freeze up a little.
Yeah, that happened. He'll be back.
I'm right here.
Okay, what's that?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, you just got froze out. Just start saying what you were going to say.
No, the bottom line is this. They come on a platform, which they're entitled to do, and then they start making idle threats of what they're going to do, how they're going to do it. This is all to their narrative because they're not going to do anything. The dancing chimpanzee in Florida, whatever the fuck he is, he should be in a fucking vaudeville show with a fucking tutu on and a pink hat because he's a fallacy. He's a complete joke, was never in Florence, ADX, another lie. So listen, he's a brokester. He don't own nothing but a pair of shoelaces. So let him dance around like the chimpanzee that he is, talk about me to get relevancy, and have all his little fucking minions in his group cheering him on. They're all fucking phonies, and they're pieces of shit.
Well,
so do what you got to do.
To Danny's point with that, all right, Danny and Lee would know this. They've been threatening my life now. Before they knew who I was, they were threatening. Jimmy said he was going to stab me in the neck, have me beat up. I know MRE, he's going to be MIA. Yeah. When they found out who I was, nothing happened. They know my address, know where I live. I'm up Federal Hill all the time, all around Johnson at the festivals. Nothing. These guys aren't going to hurt nobody. They're internet tough guys and internet wannabe gangsters. Right. Reliving that would-be mob lifestyle that they wanted so bad that they couldn't grasp.
Exactly.
And the only thing we're giving them right now is material. But
actually, we're hurting the stoolies right now by exposing and then calling them out, showing that crying Bill cries and lies, and Jimmy's degeneracy. And those other guys are all morons too. They're just the soy boys who carry water for the stoolies.
They realize it. And John A-Light has flown on in, and he's gotten them wrapped around his finger now too. John A-Light, who's the worst of the worst.
Oh, he shaves his legs.
Yes, and
Yeah. He gets his asshole waxed from Brazil. He's used to that.
Well, if you look at John A-Light in the past, look what he's been doing. He's been flying around the world with all these other men in their 60s, right? Flying around the world with all these men. He's just a weird dude. I believe he's a half a Rickyune, and he's a sociopathic liar. I've caught him in so many lies. It's unbelievable. Now, I will say R.I.P. to his daughter. His daughter passed away, so I won't be putting videos on him this week. It's terrible that his daughter. But more pain for Johnny's coming because Johnny's a liar and a sicko. And I got to say this one thing. If you it's all about Johnny's been saying for the last few years, it's all about the kids. Well, R.I.P. to his daughter, but maybe he should have helped his own kids. I'm not trying to be mean with that. That's just a fact right there. And R.I.P. to that young girl. What a shame.
Yep, it's a shame, but that doesn't give him a break because he was calling Danny and I kidnapping children from McDonald's. So personally, John, we're sorry about your daughter. We're sorry about her child, who's now doesn't have a mother. But that doesn't change anything.
But that hurts his credibility. But to say you and Danny, like everybody knows that's not true and that's ridiculous, right? It's like a third grade dance, like kids in third grade making fun of it. No, so that hurts his own credibility right there. Yep. He's not a smart man,
right,
at all.
Well, it backfired on him. He put us right in the algorithm, and now we get all these front page video. I mean, right now we got 308 people in here.
And like you said, he would never say that to any of you guys' faces. He's just look what Chris Casproza chased him with the camera. Look what he did. He ran away crying. He admitted that his book was written by
a child molester.
A child molester. Yes, Michael Bluetrick.
Exactly. Yep.
These guys are all sick. That's why I started my channel because I can't stomach these people. Now, none of the stool pigeons will put my family wear around, but these guys will take the brunt of it. I don't like them. I don't care if they know who I am, where I live. They ain't going to do nothing. These are crybaby, wannabe gangsters from YouTube. Nobody respects them or likes them.
And I want to ask you something, Brad. Let's be honest about something. We gave our opinion about what we felt with the whole thing with your tattoo and stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Have we since then have we changed our opinion with you or anything?
No, and I don't care. People are allowed to have their opinions and stuff. I don't care.
I'm going to tell you something. You with that tattoo is 10 times better men than they are because of what they're doing to us every day with their shows. They have to put up shows every day attacking Danny, attacking me, attacking
and slander. With slander too. They're not even saying nothing true. They're just straight up slandering people. So they're like I said, they're a bunch of Rickyunes and liars, desperate for content. They'll slander and lie about anybody. Look at the attacks on the women they've been attacking in this community, threatening to physically beat women, dog whistling for people to go hurt this woman, Angela. They were dog whistling that. Like I said, the guy Harambe down there in Florida is literally a sex offender. Anybody to go on stream with a sex offender, I have no respect for. None at all.
Well, I don't understand why they have to do these shows every day with our names on this and attacking us like wild animals. And these guys think they're the good guys.
They have no other content. Listen, they have no other content. They call themselves MobTube and all that. They don't even talk about the mob, and all they do is sit up there like the Golden Girls and cry and gossip about people. They have no content whatsoever, no true crime, nothing, no content. You guys actually put out content. Your channel flew by his. You're blowing him away in numbers, everything. He can't deal with that. He's a very insecure, emotional little boy inside. He may put on the persona of the tough guy, nothing bothers him. Inside, he's hurting deeply, like all these rest of these guys. Just like Jimmy the Helmet, getting caught for his Tommy Karate lies. Just like crying Bill Catula, whiny Bill, kicking the walls at the Whitsec house. These guys are all sick and demented, and I love torturing them.
Well, one of their shows are about to come down because they broke a lot of policies. I'm not going to tell you which one. But the reality is this. If you make accusations and then all of a sudden those accusations get out, what you're saying and doing behind people's backs, and YouTube gets a hold of it. YouTube actually does have a security department. It might be hard to get a hold of them, but when you can give them evidence of stuff, and dude, When you're planning on bringing down my channel by making lies up, saying that Danny and I are buying subs, when you're out there saying this every day, that means we have to defend ourselves, guys. And that's what we've done. We've defended ourselves. So now we'll see where it goes.
I talked about this on my channel. Buying subs is ridiculous. YouTube takes them away. And not only that, Danny has a bunch of Facebook groups, if I'm wrong, correct me.
Yeah.
All right. He's got a bunch of Facebook groups where he shared it. So, of course, you're going to get a whole bunch of new subs. It's just common sense.
I'm going to drop the link again if anybody else wants to jump up. Well, the three.
And like I said, the Social Blade doesn't lie. YouTube takes away. If you buy subs, YouTube takes them away.
YouTube's not going to pay you money for fake subs.
No, they're not. They're not going to do that.
They won't. They'll take the subs away. And just say someone does put subs on. That's an illegal act that you're doing. If you do it to someone's show, and it can be proven. That's an
they did it to
act.
mine about a month and a half ago. Like I said, for a few days, they would jump in 100. It was real weird. It never does that. And then they got taken away a few days later, obviously. So I knew what they were doing. They were doing it to a few other channels, too. But, hey, if you want to buy me subs, go ahead. They're just going to take them away anyway. I'm not somebody who does, like, I'm not going to hit 4,000 or 5,000 and do a show congratulating myself. So, hey, knock yourselves out. Like I said, they got no content but to slander and lie to people. And they're very jealous of this channel. They are.
I have a good idea. Do your own show. Do your thing. Proof. Last night, this guy said that I don't know nothing about the mob. Okay, prove me wrong. See, here's the difference between me and this guy. I admit that he knows he has a lot of mob knowledge because he's a fanboy. I didn't have a lot of mob knowledge. You know why? Because I'm not a fanboy.
Yeah, but you're learning, and you guys are killing it. The show's doing very good, and that gets under their skin.
And we would rather just come out and do mob shows. We don't want to be up here defending our. But MRE, it's been 10 days now of nonstop attacks.
Oh, they've been doing. All they've been doing is attacking people. They've been pulling my family up and all my family members and stuff for the last 3 months. You know, it's just in the name of the game. They're gonna do that. You know, that's what they do: slander, lie, pull people's family because they can't beat you in bants. They can't beat you in a debate, nothing like that. So all they can do is stuff like that, lying, saying that I'm a stool pigeon. If I was a rat, my name's out there. Trust me, everybody would know as a rat. I wouldn't be walking around now. All you got to do is common sense, right? I wouldn't be walking around the neighborhoods I walk around. Or be the friends with people that I'm friends with are all nephews and sons of gangsters that passed away. You know, they wouldn't be friends with me. It's common sense. That's all. My name's right out there. Look it up.
Well, here's what's going to happen. You said common sense twice, and I put that in the key words to be beeped out. So, you know, if you know what I mean, because of
the kid with the dirty fingernails.
Yeah, the kid with the dirty fingernails.
Imagine that, the hygiene.
This is going to put so much pressure on me now.
I'm just saying, a man in his 40s should have hygiene, and nail clippers are very cheap to buy nail clippers.
This show's going downhill now. Now we're at 322, and we bought NB in, so we're going to be down to 160 in about 5 minutes.
And yeah, they're all bought. They're all bought.
Speak while they're here, MB.
Well, that's the difference though with this site. Do you notice how like our family members are being put up, our addresses are being put out there, they're calling for people to go to our houses and do things. We're being doxxed. But people on their side that's not happening to them. You know, that's how you can tell the difference.
I was on your show yesterday, MV, and somebody came into the chat room and started asking me if I'm paying taxes, if my Social Security. These people think I'm stupid, that I would come on here and not pay my taxes and do what's law-abiding. They don't understand that. I like my channel.
Well, it's your business. It's your business. If you don't, then you're going to get caught. So it's your, you know, it is what it is. But like, I think they get off on hurting others. They get high off of it. Our lives are fine. You know, we're not angry every day. So they're going to do shows every day on people and bullying people and slandering people to make themselves feel better.
And to stick up for the victims,
as for the angry part, nothing personal, but Danny does kind of get angry a lot.
Oh, me too. Yeah. I'll say the first thing.
Danny has a lot of road rage.
Yeah,
I'm an angry person too when it comes to these informants and stuff, and a lot of these beta simps on YouTube. I don't like them. I think they're repulsive human beings. Look at Huh?
They sit on the phone and they plot like what their next plan is, what their next attack is with all this. We just do our show. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like we can be angry, but like it's saying that Jimmy Calander is a cocksucker. That's like silly. You know what I mean? It's not like slanderous shit like that. There's a difference between the two.
But he might be though, especially
Yeah,
Bill.
He loves the taste in his mouth. That's for sure.
Well, he's gonna, you know what he's going to do now? He's going to go reach out to some of the gangsters he used to be on the street with and come in.
He doesn't know nobody. Yeah, do you remember the video?
The smoked crack with? That's what he did.
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
He's going to put up a picture of him. He's going to Photoshop a picture of him not being a cocksucker.
Right.
Say that's his proof.
You remember the video I did about 4 months ago that sent Jimmy all up crazy? Jimmy actually went to did a video. He said he went into a diner and he put this guy. Remember, NB, you blocked the name out for me, so when I replayed the video,
oh my God, that was so annoying too.
Yeah, Jimmy put up a video saying he went into a diner or something and he seen some guy and he was a mob guy and the cops don't know about him. He's really low key. It's like not anymore. Jimmy put that out there to get the guy in trouble because the guy he said the guy said, "Oh, that's Jimmy Calander, the informant." No, the guy probably called him a rat and Jimmy went home and threw his name all over YouTube so the feds would look into him.
Sure.
100%. And he said his name so many times. I mean, it was like probably a 9-10 minute video, right? And it took me about a half hour just to edit. Every other sentence was this guy's name. And then he was like throwing crime families out there. There was so much we had to edit out of that video. He went to the pizza place with his daughter to get a slice of pizza and someone called him a rat. And he went home.
I'd like to say one thing. There's 326 people in here. I don't see no money. If you guys don't start giving me money, I'm shutting down in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to show my face, Dad? I could put my camera on. You can get some money that way.
No.
No.
I've done fine today, and they don't believe that this show does really good with. Well,
they know it does.
They don't believe it. They
know it does. They're just lying, Paps. You know that they're just lying.
We don't have to talk about it. Every single dollar they make, they're talking about it. They're trying to I made $5,000 last month. I made $3,000.
Well, it's junkies chasing the cash. It's another addiction. The junkie just chasing that cash. It's
it's like hitting the slot machines when you win some money. I mean, it's like a high for them. I mean, I caught a little bit, and he said he didn't even put his suitcase. He's been home for 5 minutes after traveling all day. Didn't even put his suitcase upstairs and ran right to the computer to go live. That's an addiction. Okay, that's an addiction. And then bringing your computer away while you're on a family vacation with your family and going live twice a day.
That's not vacation. That's not even a vacation. No. If you're on vacation, I want to spend time with my wife, my girl. I want to be with my family. I wouldn't care about YouTube. Turn this thing on. That just shows Biggie just chases the cash. Just chasing the cash.
I didn't even bring my laptop. I was just away too. I didn't even bring my laptop. The only thing focus was hanging out with my child, and my family while I was down there.
Danny's been telling me that he's considering not working at all just so he can be on here.
Did he leave because I'm up here? Danny, come back. I'll leave.
No, he didn't leave because of you.
He left because of MRE?
No, he has a bad signal.
No, it's a signal.
You're stealing your signal. You're stealing your signal.
No, he actually, unfortunately, that happens quite a bit because of his. They only have one bit. They have the.
Well, back to the lead with the buy-in subs. Like I said this on my channel. Danny's got Facebook groups with hundreds of thousands, a bunch of people in them. So of course you're going to get new subs. And like I said, if they were fake subs, YouTube would take them away. They know that too. They'll just make any lie and go on anything.
YouTube to take anything fake away.
Well, MRE, there's more to it behind the scenes too that you don't know about. There's more to it. That's so much more to it going on behind the scenes that you don't know about. I'll fill you in. But there's more to it that's going on.
Well, we have
my channel. One day my channel went up to 5,000, and then within hours it was down to 3,700, whatever I have now. They're doing the same thing.
Do they think you're we're going to do a stream? Look, I got 1,000 subs.
Well, here's what it is. Here's what I really believe it is. They want to discredit this show growing. They want to discredit, right now we've had 300 people here for almost 45 minutes. They want to discredit that. They want to say, look, he's buying views. This is the only reason he's on. Danny NB wants to know why you took off. You don't like her.
No, I gave my dog a bath, and all his hair is on the fucking floor, and it's all over the place. So I had to mop,
What kind of dog you got, Danny? What kind of dog?
I got an American Bully.
Oh, nice. We have my brother has a bully too. She's 16 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, they're beautiful dogs. I love
And
them.
you want to hear something funny? And this is no joke. You know how they say your dogs look like the people that they're.
Go ahead, Lee. Go ahead, Lee.
Your
Get
dog
some
looks just
fame.
like you, dude.
Yeah.
It walks like
I
this.
know.
It walks
Yeah,
like
I
looks
know.
like it has a neck like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
They say
Now,
my
we
dog
look
look like me.
Is
Also.
there any way you could show us your dog so I can prove a point?
Yeah, come here, Guinness. Come
You
here.
got to see this. You guys think I'm fibbing?
Where is
This
it?
dog look-
Well, the bully breeds are
see
pretty
that?
nice.
Tell me that's not Danny.
Look at the head
That's a
on him.
beautiful dog.
Yeah, he's got a
That
head
dog's
like a bocce ball. He's
Yeah,
a pretty
good
one.
dog.
Yeah, my brother and a few buddies are into the bully breeds. They have the bully XLs too now.
Yeah, they're nice. Yeah.
Yep. They're huge.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
look like English bulldogs almost. Beautiful dogs.
So, guys, are we gonna? I guess this is gonna happen until something happens with someone's channel losing their channel or something. Because I feel this coming on. Somebody is gonna. And then
Oh yeah, well, when like I said, when you threaten women and you threaten a dog whistle for people to go to their houses, you're gonna slap them. You're gonna they even dog whistle for people to go to NB's house and sexually hurt her and stuff. Abusing. Listen, people get sick, and they're gonna have a bunch of people mass flag them on their videos because they say some stupid stuff on their videos that they don't realize that could come right down real easy. And when you're out there dog whistling for people to get hurt, women to get hurt, I got no problem with somebody taking a channel down for that. Go right ahead, take it down, make them
100%.
suffer. Because what if some psycho really went and hurt that woman Angela on New Beginnings right here? God forbid.
it can happen easily.
child.
You know,
I have a child in the house.
easily. You know, we got guys out here acting like tough guys, and tomorrow they'll all be doing their shows screaming and yelling. But you know what, guys? You're not going to do a damn fucking thing to us. No one's going to come to my house. You guys all have my address. You're not going to come here. I can only wish. You're not going to go to. You're not going to pull into Danny's driveway.
No, the only place they might show up is women's houses. The only place that one of these psychos might show up is to like my house or Angela's house or Angel's house. Go for the women. But you men, they're not doing anything to you men ever. And I'm not concerned about. I mean, there's plenty of security around here with gates and stuff. I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying.
And you got neighbors that would come out and wipe the floor with them people anyway.
Oh, 100%. There's cameras and there's on the doors and stuff. So I'm not worried about that. But I'm just saying if they're going to go anywhere, the only place they would go is to one of these women's houses. They're not going after you, man.
Yeah, because look,
That's the type of men they are.
Helmet.
They like
Look at the helmet. Look at Harvey the Helmet Weinstein. For 6 months, he threatened and put bounties out on my head. He's going to stab me in the neck, break my neck. I'm going to be MIA. I'm going to go missing. This guy's going to get hurt. I'm not hurt, Jimmy.
Well, we all know that Jimmy Calandra's a fraud. He was nothing but
He's
a
a
glorified
cocksucker.
crackhead. Right. A cocksucker.
Cocksucker.
He was nothing but a glorified fucking fag. All he did was smoke crack and suck Paulie Galino's cock. That's all he ever did. So with all the rhetoric he preaches on here that he was this, he was that, he fucking did this to Spiro and Tommy Karate. Everything's come out. He's a fucking fraud. He drives around Brooklyn in a Prius. He's a jerk off. He don't go anywhere. He don't go to Avenue U. Yeah. Anyway, he's a jerk off.
Those Photoshop pictures, and then doubling down on it. When after he already got caught.
Well, they weren't just Photoshop pictures.
He grabs the bait with that.
It was a whole video, 15-minute video, and there's about 4 Tommy Karate videos and 2 letters he sent to Convict Inc. and said, I never knew this guy, okay? I never
Gunsmoke admitted to me that he made those pictures.
Yeah, Jimmy even admitted Gunsmoke made. They said it was a joke to trick the trolls. Now, does that make any sense?
No.
If you're saying you want to have a mob groupie channel and you don't care about the trolls, you don't care about the trolls, you don't want them bothering you, why would you make a whole video trying to trigger us? And how would that trigger us anyways? That just gives me content to make fun of you. You went on a whole story about being in the penitentiary, getting cookies with Tommy. All lies.
They got cookies together?
He said he went to the vending machines in there and all this stuff. It was all
he
lied.
He said he rubbed Tommy Karate's ass and his feet and everything else. Gave him a back massage.
No. That was Mikey Scars. That was
no. It was Tommy Karate too. You might as well include him. You know what I mean? He's done everything else.
Yeah, he did say he rubbed Mikey Scares' shoulders before. Yeah. Mikey Scares should tell us if that story's true or not.
Shaved his armpits, stuck a finger in his ass, and everything else.
Oh God, Danny, they're gonna hit you. Know that, Danny. They're coming for you.
Good,
Danny.
let them. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. But you know what, guys? This bully puppet's bigger than your bully puppets now, guys. So you could do whatever you want because we do well here, and every day we gain, and you can call them fake subs, real subs, or whatever. The fact of the matter is, there's 320 real people here right now, and I keep saying that because they make it. I'll give you an example. MRE sometimes
they say that everybody though.
And MRE's numbers are crazy sometimes. And anytime MRE started passing them, same thing. He's buying subs. They could never get me to say it. They used to always say that to me, and I would say, I knew it was bullshit.
You just look at Social Blade. Social Blade doesn't lie. And like we said, they take the subs away.
And you're kind of surprised, aren't you? When you came on here, you didn't expect your channel to grow like this, did you?
Not really. I thought it no, not really. I thought I would get under a few of their skin, but I didn't think it would grow much. But no, it did, and it's all organic.
If anything, they
built many channels. I built many channels. I mean, it's not like
this ain't my first rodeo. I've got a lot of channels that that are over 1,000 that could be monetized. I only got one monetized though.
Right, and that's a different.
Are you carrying your laptop
jumping around
with you?
No, I'm on my phone because I had to let my dog out.
Oh, I was just wondering.
Anyway.
And another way to get subs, like MB said, you go to different communities, go into different chat rooms and talk to people and stuff, and they come over,
Yeah.
Danny and I were talking
because anybody from this community that's already subbed is subbed. Anybody who's not subbed right now, they're assholes, and you don't want them subbed over here. So go find friends in other communities. All these men who go to like the guys who bully them and said horrible things about them just because they need to have friends. Go to other communities and find friends. You have to go to the person who said horrible things about you and makes them look like little weak men.
Yeah, well, they are. They're eunuchs. Let's be honest.
Yes, very weak. With no integrity and no loyalty. Very weak men. There's a lot of weak men in this community. It's sad. Some of these women are oof.
Talking about 1 minute, please. Talking about threats. Asino, is that how you say it?
Asanino. Yeah.
Asanino has been getting threats now. The most recent guy coming back said he's going to get together now. He's going to discover who you are.
Oh, Pete. The guy, there was a guy, he looked like a male prostitute, probably just jumped out of a Buick with 3 old men. He was at a steak shop running around going, Asanino, I'm here. It was the most oddest way. It was just 4 minutes of fame. Most weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Remember Calandra jumping out of cars, giving people the finger? I'm going to get you
kill
all.
me.
Yeah. I have that. Yeah, I guess they're all the same, right?
Does it make them look all these guys, all cut from the same cloth.
And Danny, they're really upset they can't find nothing on you. They're like,
because they're imbeciles. That's why.
I mean, they've been working heavy duty. We're going to find something on Danny. Danny's been on here 3 months already. Come on, guys.
All they're going to do is make stuff up.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
of course. I've got almost 180 pages. So I'm waiting for them to discover this, miraculous discovery so I can put up my paperwork because I want them to work for it since they're all smart. They know how to dox. They find your asshole size, your sneakies, every other fucking thing. So let's play the game.
They keep talking about my job, my non-existent job, and they've searched every which way, and I lie about working. It's like, why are you guys looking for my job? Number one, to call it and harass my employer. Number two, they don't really, they don't know what they're doing.
Imagine wanting to hunt some woman down. Think about that. Imagine wanting to hunt some woman down who made a clip channel about you, and yet they're literally trying to have these people, and you hang with sex offenders, and you want them to go hurt this woman.
I want to say, Tommy Stiggs, I hope your mom's doing better. And also, for the first 30 minutes, you would have Scarpa. And if you don't want to go beyond that, you could stop it right there. That's why
I'll say a prayer for your mom, Tommy, when I do my rosaries.
She's a great woman, and Tommy's a great guy. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to get some of these. Renee, if Lee was buying subscriptions, the chat would not be moving so fast.
Yeah,
I can't even keep up, man. I'm way.
No, well, these are real people typing. These are all real people typing. And Assassinino says, "I wish they would call my job. They'd be laughed at. If they found my job and they called, they'd be laughed at too. You know, they've tried, getting CPS in here, and CPS laughed at them. All sorts of things. But it's just the point. Like, why are you so? What is? If they had real jobs during the day and stuff to like fulfill their time, they wouldn't have all this extra time on their hands to do all this crap.
Well, none of that.
They really need a hobby like a.
Look what you said in the beginning. None of us look up their stuff and try to find their families and nothing like that. Nobody does that. Only because you know why? They can't bant, they can't debate, they have nothing. So all they can do is malicious little bitch-made moves like that. That's all they got. They're all soy boys. I actually got to go and take my dog someplace and head back. So Lee, Danny, NB, thanks for having me on. God bless you.
Thanks, MRE. Thank you, man.
You have a nice
God bless you all. Have a good one.
Man.
You too, pal.
Mob Rats UK 179. Donate to Lee and Danny. Great shows. Thank you. We appreciate that, Mob Rats.
Thank you.
And just so you do know, we're going to get back to the real mafia type of stuff. Today we've been sitting back for 10 days being brutally attacked, and today we're just talking about it. So guys,
well, there's nothing wrong with once a week or something. Once a week doing a show, just defending yourself every day. People might get a little tired of it, but once a week. There's nothing wrong with that. But all right, guys, you guys have a good one. I'm going to jump down too. Any last?
Leaves and you take off on us. Now you're going to.
No, I'll stay. No, I'll stay.
Okay,
I'll stay, Dad.
You're more than welcome to stay. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Jesse, Josie, if that's you, I'm going to throw down the link right now. Jump on up here.
No, that's Jesse. It says Jesse on the avatar. It says Jesse, and Josie, crime partners. It's Jesse.
Well, if it's Jesse, he could jump up too.
Yeah, Jesse's cool.
Yeah. So just we got 336 here. Thank you, people, so much. You know what's funny, Danny?
See how the numbers went up when I came in?
I noticed.
You went up when I came up here.
Yes. All of a sudden, we got a bunch of perverts in here.
That's fine. They're waiting for my camera to come on.
I'm wondering where Joe is.
He's probably sleeping. What's up, Maddie Marinara?
Actually, Joe and I had a great time last night. We were watching the fights and texting back and forth because that's the real Joe. That's the Joe that I've learned to know. He's an avid sports fan, and so am I. And during the fights last night, we were texting back and forth because it was a huge upset. Usman got knocked out, and he picked Usman to win, and I picked the guy that knocked him out to win. So it was kind of interesting, but he's a guy that knows his sports. That's why, and I'm glad that we're back at that point because I love sports. I don't give a shit. Talking about sports, I'm going to let people know I'm starting a fantasy football league.
Joe, do me a favor, close my windows on my car here before it rains. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
So what is going to be? What is this fantasy football team going to be about?
Well, we're going to have a football league with people that's more than welcome to join. It's going to be
what league?
It's going to be draft. It's going to be a draft. We're going to draft the football team, and it's going to be 12, 14 teams. I'm going to put the information up on. I'll put the information up on the community page tomorrow, and join the league. If you know don't join the league if you don't know sports, people.
Yeah, I'm not joining. John Wolf stopped with the rumors. John Wolf with his fake news.
We got the biggest pain in the ass that's here right now. Oh my God, my mortal enemy is here. Angel.
Hello, Angel.
Hello.
I thought someone was going to have a man's voice. And go, hello.
Hello, Lee Cole. Hello, NB, and hello, Danny Trio.
How are you?
How you doing, Angel?
I just have to say something. I just got some kind of a notification that that they are going to dox NB and I. NB, they did you already, and they said I'm next. Hold on. I'll tell you this.
Where are they doxing us?
I'll send it to you, NB.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this right now. There were 2 people who said that they know my address and the cars that I drive. So my daughter drives one of those cars. So
I got it.
You idiots that you think you're going to do this. You know what you're doing? You're going to get the person who has my information in big ass trouble. I'm telling you right now. And both those people have criminal records.
And here's the thing right now.
So you do that to me and you watch what happens.
Angel, I like to say one thing. They're being watched right now. So if they did that, all they're doing, their show is going to be taken down.
Okay.
We're beyond.
I downloaded it.
YouTube is watching. YouTube spoke to me for 45 minutes yesterday. They came to me. You know, so YouTube's very aware of what's going on here.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying.
So let them do this. So they just admitted doxing is one of the things that you're not allowed to do on YouTube.
Okay. So, I downloaded that show. So if people think that they put it on private and I didn't get it, I got it. I downloaded it when it first came out. All I'm going to tell you is this. You do that, you're getting the person who has my information and who said he had my information in big trouble. So that's it. That's all I want to say. You think you're playing?
What show was it? What show was it, Angel? Let's call him out.
It was SoFlo show.
No, don't call him out because. Oh no, because there's a Angel. I'm going to send you something right now where they're. Hold on, because they did do it here. I just sent you something. Don't mention this show though, because we don't want people. It's got to be reported. We don't want people pay attention to it.
Listen, people. This is now we're doxing. Now we're doxing people. A guy that
I'll
says
email it immediately.
Okay. A guy that says he does not dox is now doxing. Think about that.
Okay, well, that's what I want to say. Listen.
So you're next, they said on there.
Yeah.
What I just
God
sent
forbid anything happens, you will regret it. They will definitely regret it. And I don't give a shit if they're rats or they're not rats. The government will regret it. They will all regret it. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, you know, I'm kind of disappointed because he said that he would not do that kind of stuff. So now he's doing it. So that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes, people.
Exactly.
So that speaks volumes about what's going on. Believe me, it's being watched now. All this stuff's being watched now. And then when people threaten this stuff, it's, you know, this is a low life move. So no, Danny, I hope you don't get doxxed. I hope someone doesn't show up at your house, Danny.
I wish they would.
I'll still regret it. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, sure.
Well, you know what they're going to do.
They doxed us so many times, though. Like, your number's been out there. They've done it so many times.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Danny, what was that?
They're going to go for the loosest link, and that's what they're going to do. They're not going to go to somebody that's going to be a threat. And I invite them to come to my house. If you dox me and you find my address, please, by all means, come. I'm not trying to be a tough guy, but come to my house. You guys are all tough. You talk like you're killers. So come to my house, dox me, find out who I am, where I live, what I drive, and come see me.
Darren Ryan, I've never heard FBS going after women other than ad comments. What?
That odd comment?
Are you kidding me? You've never heard him going at women? You're a liar. You're a liar, or you never watch him, or you haven't been watching him the past 3 months. 4 months almost. I'm sorry, okay. Danny. I interrupted you.
No, you're fine, Angel.
No, I understand how you're saying. Fine. You have your daughter lives with you. I mean, you have basically. Have you recorded that part of the show done?
I have that. Yes.
Well, what you should do, and this is what YouTube's going to tell you to do. YouTube's going to tell you to go file a charge with the police department ahead of time. You have to do it. It doesn't matter whether you're John Gotti's daughter. The fact of the matter, if someone's threatening your safety, you have to do what you have to do.
Exactly.
If they doxed you and they're saying they're giving out your information, you have every right to protect yourself. It's that simple. And then after you do that, notify YouTube security and let them know where it came from. I'm not handling with these guys. I'm handling it through YouTube security from now on.
Right.
So that's it. You can't.
The thing is, and you notice how it doesn't happen to their side, because we don't do that dirty stuff like that, but they do. That's what they do.
Let them have fun because they got a big surprise coming, man.
Yeah, exactly.
They got a big surprise coming. Let them enjoy themselves today, tomorrow. Say the horrible things you're going to say. But you guys created this problem. All you got to do is do your shows and leave us alone. You choose not to because you guys have no content whatsoever. This is your content. Attacking people in honor of John A. Light, Bill Catullo, guys that would rat you guys out. These guys would rat you guys out. Okay. You guys can take over. I'm sorry. I'm done saying what I'm saying.
King Shades had said like a few minutes ago, like 20 minutes ago, give him 10 minutes and he was going to drop on. I text you, Lee. But okay. I don't see King Shades back.
I see John King Shades says right there, drop the link.
Oh, okay.
Here's the link right there. And you're more than welcome to jump up. We're at 316, 313. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. I'll jump off so that you don't have too many up here.
Yeah, I was going to jump off. You want to stay on, Angel? I'm going to jump off because I got to go finish my errands for the day. So you stay up and talk to Kane. Lee, Danny, nice meeting you. Angel, it was fun talking to you. Even
Take care,
you guys have a good evening. I'll listen while I'm running errands.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay, I dropped that link if anybody else wants to jump up. Danny, what do you think? Did you ever think you see a day when you see grown men doxing women's homes and stuff?
Listen, I'm not very savvy when it comes to YouTube, but it's kind of pathetic when you have to do that. You know what I'm saying? If everybody can just do their own thing, have their content. If you have a disagreement, you air it out and you keep it moving. But when they have to try to belittle people and try to get information on where they live and they're going to put it out, that's dangerous. You know what I mean? Because if I had a wife and I had small kids or even older kids, do I have a right to protect myself? Absolutely, I do. So, it's incomprehensible how they say what they say and they threaten what they're going to do to somebody, particularly Angel or any other woman for that matter. What is she supposed to do? I mean, realistically, what is she supposed to do? You got a chimpanzee in South Florida jumping around talking about he knows where she lives. He knows what kind of car she drives. I mean, if that was 20 years ago, this guy would have anyway, I'm not going to say that. But, this wouldn't happen 20 years ago. It wouldn't.
Well, it's not going to happen this year either. It's not going to happen now because I'm not. See, the thing is I don't know if they're playing games. They want to.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Want to set up my brothers or the men in my family. I don't go. I don't tell them a thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go take care of it myself. I'm going to file charges against them, and let's see what happens. Let's see how they like that. Because I don't know what kind of game they're playing. When you play when my daughter's involved here, it's not going to happen. Sorry, it's not happening.
Once they did that, and if you have it, the police have to act. The police have to act. We have all their addresses. We have the shows that's going on. YouTube security's right there. This is the stuff that will bring their shows down when they go this far. They think they're untouchable. They think they're smarter than what they are.
Exactly.
Hey, what are you doing?
Hanging out with you guys. What's going on?
What do you think about doxing Angel now?
It's crazy. I'm in the belly of the beast with all this. I don't know if you guys realize this, but
you're lucky.
You guys, I'm right here. Like I'm 15 minutes away.
You're lucky, and they'll come to your house and you can do something.
All right. So, anyways, I want to talk about this whole buying subs things. The first time I seen Danny Trio on the Lee Cole show, I knew it was up. Danny Trio's Facebook, he has a Facebook with, I don't know, 15, 20 people. I'm sorry, 15, 20,000 people. Then he's admins to other Facebooks. A majority of Lee Cole's audience now is because videos are being posted in these Facebook groups, and that's where the subscribers, you're getting a different audience now, and it's coming from Facebook. There's another content maker that did this years ago, MTR. Facebook, there's a big audience on Facebook, so that's what's going on right now.
If they're putting subs on this channel to basically embarrass it, those will come off. But all I know is I check every day. We get 20, 30 subs. I check every day to see who they are the following day, so I see them. Okay.
Well, and just to what MRE said, to piggyback on him, go to Social Blade. I mean, and look at the statistics. You know what I'm saying? And that'll tell you right there.
I just think today, people, as soon as we came on today, the guy from South Florida decides to come on again. It's not working, dude. Do you understand? The people that listen to your show are the same people every day. No new people are going to your shows. So, and people, I got new people here. I want you guys to understand that we have shows out there right now that are doxing women. I mean, so if any of you guys can reach out to YouTube and let them know what's going on here. We literally have shows doxing women, doxing addresses, telling people to put subs on people's accounts, telling people to put to destroy their credibility. And we have tons of evidence. And they thought we were going to sit back and just let these bitches come all over us. And it's not going to happen, guys. We're going to fight you back hard. That's what's going to happen. Okay. And some of you are going to lose your channels. Because you guys threaten to take my channels. YouTube security has those threats, guys. They got threats of your hacking. Yes, I snitched you out to YouTube security. If you're going to threaten to come after what I created and what Danny created, we're going to defend ourselves.
Well, regarding me, I'm going to keep doing my thing. I'm going to ignore this shit, and it is what it is. So,
Danny, would you like to say something about it?
No, it's just, it's sad that they have to stoop to that level because it just shows what they're about. They talk about they're tough in the street and they want to dox women and children. And so, listen, they're all punks. They're not going to do nothing. They're not going to come to my house, that's for sure. And I encourage you to dox me. But when you dox me, come to my house. Don't just put it on the internet because you are all tough. Why don't you come to my house? There won't be no cop calling here.
Okay, well, and let them say whatever they want. Guys, keep my name on your titles, please. Keep Angel's names on your title. Keep, whoever names you're putting in your titles, keep it going because it's all going to benefit us in the long run.
Let me just answer Mayo. Mayo, the other day I did a show and I posted the most recent photos of me from March till today. That's me. What they're doing is they're taking it off of TV and they're playing games with the pictures. I don't really care. I don't really care what I look like. If they like it, they don't like it. He thinks he's shaming me. Tell his wife to wash her hair first. At least my hair is washed every day.
It's crazy.
Hey, talking about hair, I like that haircut of yours.
I'm going to strike them. That's it. I just keep striking them.
Well, here's the thing. Only strike them if you have a legitimate strike. And I believe you have plenty of legitimate strikes because I get struck all the time. They always get rejected. So, and they threaten to take you down. And you know what you got to do? You got to go into YouTube security and I can show you how to get to them. There's a certain way to get to them, but I will show you that. Okay. Enough's enough. These guys got to act like men.
These guys are bullies. They bully women. I mean, they bully women every single day, all because I didn't go listen to what he wanted me to do. That's it. He wanted me to walk away from MRE. I said, no, this is for 4 months. It's going to be next week. 4 months of this every single day. This is sick.
No, this is coming to an end. No, this ain't going to last too much longer, Angel. Believe me.
What?
Angel, this is from Chicago Muscle. You're cute. Take it from one hell of a good-looking man. Okay. See, now you got to laugh about that. But people, it's your job too. We got 300 people here, guys. It's your job to reach out to YouTube and let them know what's going on. And YouTube will check the channels, and they will see if these channels are doing this. And they are doing this. They're putting up, and we know the channels that are doing this. And you just can't take it. You got to stick up for yourself. Okay.
It's crazy. It's crazy. All this stuff is crazy. What's going on?
It's like it's sick. It's like
Here's a good question.
Lover.
Why is Harambe so obsessed with Lee, Danny, and Angel? Oh my God, this is YouTube. Why is he so obsessed?
Well, can I answer that question?
Sure.
And I said this before on my show. You know, when you go to the fair, and then there's the clown in the cage, and they'll say, "Hey, fat fuck," and then you look around, and you want to pay that $1 to get that ball and try to get that clown. That's what they're doing.
But you're not listening, King Shades. I don't even talk about that freaking Florida. Never.
Well,
Never.
your name, you have that last name, but I'm saying with the other content makers, that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're generating views. They got the thing on your brother. It's generating views. This is a game to them. This guy says it's a video game for him. He's in his late 50s and he wants to play on the internet and play these video games. Let him play these video games. Let him play. I'm gonna ignore it. And Angel, you got to do what you got to do. Lee, you got to do what you got to do.
Don't ignore it. Fight back. People, don't ignore it. Fight back legally.
Mm-hmm.
They are going after channels here. They are. Mm-hmm. It's time to fight back legally. Don't go after them. Let them say what they want. Fight back legally. There are ways to fight back legally here. And when all these channels are taken down because of their bullying and attacking people, all these people in the chat rooms all change your avatars because you should have fucking come into my chat.
Well, I have Mr. Smith. There's a former, he's a retired police officer of 30 years, and he said it. He said it on my show that these two people are almost at the point of stalking criminal charges and civil and criminal stalking charges. That's exactly what he said.
Isn't there a statute on the books that says that it's a crime to cyber bully somebody?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So what they're doing, you know, this chimpanzee in South Florida, what he's doing is essentially he's cyberbullying people, and he thinks it's okay. So, you know, again, what's going to happen to him? He's going to wake up one morning and he's not going to have a channel.
And he'll create another channel, but you know
what? Well,
he
can create all he wants, you know, but what relevancy does he have? He's a complete failure too across the board. He doesn't own anything. All he does is dance around like he's in a vaudeville show. He's and pick on women. That's all he does.
Well, you know, we made as many good points here as we can today, people. And I want to, Angel, Kane Shade, I want to thank you. And Danny and I will close this out. Thank you guys for showing up.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, Angel.
Can I say one thing?
Can I
just say one thing? I got my boots to the ground. Y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so you know, we weren't planning on getting into this like this today. But you know, you got shows coming on when we're on threatening to dox people, are actually doxing people. I mean, come on, guys. Doxing people, really? Are you that pathetic? Danny, you like to say anything before we close this out?
No, I don't have anything to say, Lee. I just hope that anyway, that's all I got to say.
Okay, and those threats about bringing out informations about subs and everything else, do it, people, please. Do it. Don't talk about it. We're waiting for that information to come out. We need that information. So please put it out there because we know where it's coming from and we're waiting. Okay, with that, Danny, I would like to say thank you to everybody in here. We missed you. Thank you to the people that donated today. Thank you for, I got some cash apps. Thank you very much. It is very much appreciated. We'll be doing a live most likely on Tuesday, and hopefully somebody will come on and try to hurt our numbers again, even though it keeps failing, Danny. It fails. Okay. And everybody take care. Thank you so much. And hit the like button. If you have not hit the like button before you leave, please do me a favor and hit the like button. Okay. Thank you.